Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Here we are, another Friday, and we're coming to you from New York City live. And that's where we originate, and we go all around the world because we are globally. No matter where you go, we're right there with you. Welcome to another edition of the Coffee Hour. We're going to be here for a whole hour, and of course, in this whole hour, we're going to be getting you involved in the show as well. A lot of you have been around with us for a long time. All of you people who have been with us from the beginning and stay with us, we thank you so much. We're very grateful for that. And for those of you who are here for the very first time, I am the host. I get the show started. And of course, as getting the show started, we're going to get you involved, as I said. And to do that, all you have to do is use your keyboard on your phone or your iPad or any other device that you may have, or your computer, anything, your tablet, all of those devices that you can use. And all you have to do is just type in whatever you want to type in. I will see you right there on the big screen. And of course, I will entertain your thoughts and ideas because that's what the program is all about. It's all about information. It's all about ideas of opinions and thoughts. And we combine them all together and yours count. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started right away. For those of you who are watching us for the very first time on Facebook, and even if you know about it, you're on Facebook, right? You get a chance to tag your friends. You can tag this show to them directly right now as we speak. Doesn't take an effort. All you have to do is just tag as many as you like, and we hope that as many as you can. You know, it doesn't have to be everybody. You know, if you don't have enough time to tag them all, tag some this week, some next week, but tag as many as you like. And they'll come in, they'll see that information from you, they'll click onto it, and it brings them right to us automatically. And if you're watching us on YouTube, I always want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're there right now. Take the opportunity right now. It takes no effort. It's quicker than a blink of the eye. All you have to do is take your mouse, drag it over to where it says subscribe, put the arrow right there, click onto it, and that's it. There's no money involved, nothing involved, no teacher's note, no nothing. Nothing is there. All you have to do is click on. And once you click on that, makes you a full-fledged member. That gives you the opportunity to know that whenever we come on live from here on, you'll get notification if you happen to be online. Or even if we post a video of some sort. As long as it's active, you'll get the activity going on. It will pop up and I'll let you know. Click onto it. It brings you right to the channel. And so that's all it takes. So please do that right now. We advise you to do that. If you're watching us on Instagram, there's no need to do anything at all because all you have to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But in the meantime, make sure that you tell your family and friends about it. Keep the word percolating. Let them know that we're on the air. That's how you help us out. The more the merrier, as long as they come in. We have so many things to talk about today. In conjunction with the show, we have a lot of things we talk about. We talk about conversation, and if you have a particular conversation you would like to elaborate on, we would love you to do that. You can do that. Just type it in and we'll entertain it. And of course, you know, your family and friends, they can do the same thing too. Anybody that's out there watching us right now could do the same thing. All you have to do is just be active, proactive, and use your keyboard, right? That's all it takes. And along with interacting with you, we do our own little thing here too. Coming up later on this hour, Brian Camp is going to be along with us from Charlotte, North Carolina. Direct from Charlotte, North Carolina, and you'll get a chance to see him on the screen as well. He comes with the latest developments in today's world of sports. The name of his show is called Sports Update. A lot of things to talk about. The Olympics start today, as you already know, so everybody's getting prepared for that. It's going to be a big weekend for a lot of things. And of course, we're going to give you all of that information about the movies. Okay, you can combine everything, whatever you like to do. If you're not a fan of the Olympics, then of course you may be a fan of the movies, or maybe even both. You just take your time with it, because what we're going to do is bring you my picks of the week for your weekend to add to your bucket list of what to watch, what kind of movies to watch. And there's a lot, you know, that you could watch. And of course, you probably have your picks anyway, but I'm going to just throw my 2 cents in with it. That's later on this program, and I hope you get a chance to enjoy it. Remember, all of the music and the fun and the excitement and everything that happens on this show, all of the opinions expressed on this show, the coffee hour does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinions or of the people of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, or any other public information such as a social media outlet or broadcast facility. So with that being said, let's do what we always do, because what would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? So ladies and gentlemen, lift your cups, let's raise them high and get ready for the weekend, because you're going to excuse me, I hope, while I shoot up. That's delicious. You have tea, you have coffee, anything that you like. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be coffee, but we call it the coffee hour. Whatever you're having, enjoy it with us. We want you to do that. So many things to talk about. We're in the month of July, as you already know, and the month is fastly out of here. Before you know it, August will be here. It's the 26th day of July already. And of course, we're still into the summer months. So what we're doing at this particular time, we're going to savor the moment of the summer. Because before you know, in a couple of months, Labor Day will be along, which marks the unofficial ending of summer. But let's take our time with that. We don't want to rush anything. The weather's still looking good out there. Speaking of the weather, in case you want to get involved in conversation, and we hope that you do, please feel free to give us your weather forecast wherever you may be. Now, a lot of you are in different parts of the world, different parts of the country. We don't all share the same kind of weather. So I always ask for that, because I like to, compare with the weather that's happening over here, which, by the way, it's not going to be bad this weekend. We'll tell you more about that. So if you're going to indulge in conversation, give us your weather forecast. It doesn't have to be full blown. It could be something brief, emoji, just to let me know that maybe it's sunny, it's cloudy, or whatever it is in your area. All right. So that's what we look forward to. So all of you people who are watching us on Facebook, hello to all of you guys out there. And watching on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram as well. Thank you so much for being along with us. And we're going to have a good time. So I see people are starting to pop in. And I would like to say hello to each and every one of you. Now, those of you who don't want to get involved in conversation, we understand that. You just want to sit back, relax, and watch the show. That's okay, too. But just know that we always like to reach you personally and talk to you as you talk back to us. So there you go. There's Justin Dansler out there. He's watching us on Instagram, and so many people out there. So thank you so much for being along with us. We're going to get things rolling. This month, as you already know, which has come and it's on its way out, but for the remainder of this month, we're still going to acknowledge what's going on this month, and we're going to acknowledge the fact that it's National Blood Donor Month. So if you have any aspirations of giving any blood, donating any blood, feel free. This is the month to do it. And besides, something, you don't have to have a particular month to do it. This is just a month. We just elaborate on it, but you can do it at any time. And when you do it, please do it the right way. Do it the right way, and do it the reputable way. Call the American Red Cross or your local blood bank. They'll give you information on what to do and how to do it. And they'll let you know where to go to give your blood. And you can do that. So that's what we're going to do for the remainder of the month. It's National Blood Donor Month. Thank you guys for being along with us. Also, it's National, would you believe this? National Bagel Fest Day. So going along with that cup of coffee or tea, you can have yourself a nice bagel. That's what it is. It's not, you can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, that's what it is today. If you're celebrating, it's National Bagel Fest Month. Now, what's your favorite kind of bagel? All right, I got to tell you, my favorite kind of bagel, and the only kind of bagel I eat, is sesame. I love sesame bagels. Some people use plain bagels, some cinnamon bagel, poppy bagel, whatever your liking is. It's all bagels, right? And whatever your choice of spread on the bagel is good. I'll tell you how I like my bagel. I don't do it all the time. Every once in a while, you want to just change up a little bit. But of course, with cream cheese, some do it with butter, but I like it with cream cheese and some lox. Lox and bagels. Yes, indeed. Now that's a meal that'll fill you up for quite a while for the breakfast. And you know you have something to eat when you have one of those. But if you're not into that, there's butter, there's cream cheese, jam, jelly, or whatever, however you do it. But that's what we're celebrating, National Bagel Fest. That's what's happening. Also, I think that's about it. I think that's about it. And if you're celebrating a birthday, well, happy birthday. You know, in July, we already bypassed all of the big celebrations that July have to offer all of us. July gives us the 4th of July, which we already celebrated that. That had come and gone. And a lot of people celebrated that. That's the month, or that's the day of the birthday of the United States, of our country. So that's what people are into now, doing that. So we invite you to stay along with us and enjoy the festivities. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, once again, while I shoot up. It's delicious. Yeah, we're looking forward to a great weekend for all of you guys to enjoy. And as I said, we have the movies for you in case you want to get up on some movies. But one of the big things that is going to be happening this weekend, a lot of people are going to be chiming into it, and I know you are. We talked about it, and when Brian gets here, we'll talk about it in length, is the Summer Olympics, which is taking place in Paris, France. And there's going to be a lot of celebrations. And I believe the kickoff, we're going to have to ask Brian about it, but I think the kickoff, I know they're doing it on MSNBC, they kickoff time over there. However, they're displaying it as at 1:30, I think, in the afternoon, something like that. We'll have to find out. I'll get that information from Brian. We'll get that from Brian when he comes in. And by the way, when Brian comes in, if you have any sports related questions for him as well, and you'd like to ask him about anything in sports, it's okay. You could ask him. He'll have the answers for you. And he'll make sure if he doesn't have the answers, he'll get the answers for you. You know, if not today, then maybe the following week, get that information. But any sports related questions when he comes in, just ask him. Hello to Brian. He'll be here soon. Hello to Warren Dantzler out in Greensboro, North Carolina. Warren, welcome to the club once again. And congratulations to you. That's just a private congratulations to him. Warren, what's your weather like that? I hope the weather is just as sunny as good news. I just hope so. So, you know, what do you got there in Greensboro, North Carolina? For the rest of you, ladies and gentlemen, who are coming in, give us your weather forecast today as well, if you're going to chime in conversation, as I will give you. But for those of you who live in the New York area or in the vicinity of New York City, don't worry about it. I will take care of that. I'll take care of the local stuff for New York City. It's 77 degrees and cloudy over there in Greensboro, North Carolina right now. I hope it doesn't produce a lot of rain, but I heard in your area, maybe in your area, I know Brian, he said he had a lot of rain over there. We had some people in Charlotte and some people calling from Raleigh coming in, saying that they got drenched out there. I don't know what it was like out there. Probably, you know, you're not too close to them from those areas. You're not that far away from those areas. So maybe you did get a bunch of that rain as well. Well, we were supposed to get a lot of rain here in New York. It was promised to us and we didn't get it. And we were, I was looking forward. I was looking forward to it, because it would have been one of the things that cool things down. Not that it's not cool, but it's cool outside. This morning when I went out, it was super cool outside. I went out this morning before I came here to go to the gym, and everything was marvelous. It was really marvelous. So let's see, it's gonna be partly, plenty of rain all week. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Warren. He's got plenty of rain all week. Okay. Well, Warren, you know what you can do? You can stay home and watch some movies, catch up on some movies, and all this weekend you can do that. I have some movies for you. I'll tell you about later. Or you're going to keep up with the Olympics. Now, after the Olympics is over, you know, by the time that's over, everybody is focusing on the football season. The baseball season is still in. Depending on what your baseball team is, you look forward to the World Series. Who's ever going to play? We have to see what's happening. Right now, my Yankees are still clinching. clenching hard to hold on to that second place level. And we'll see what happens with that. We'll talk more about that later. But yeah, the Olympics will be here. That's coming on, and a lot of things happening. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you the weather forecast, what we have for you. Again, those of you who are going to chime in the conversation, give us your weather forecast and let us know what it's like in your area. We would love to hear from you. But if you're in New York City or in the vicinity of New York City, don't worry about it. I will take care of that weather forecast for you and let you know what we got going. It's going to be a pretty good weekend. We've got 75 degrees outside right now as we speak. And it's going to be climbing. The sun is going to be out. And so whatever outdoor activities you want to do in New York City, you can do it. There's Coney Island. A lot of people want to go on cook out, and you can still do all of that because you got the weather for it. So here's what we have right now in our area. And we hope that you have a good weekend with this. It's going to be sunshine and a few clouds for today. We'll have a high 86 degrees, winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The good news is no rain is in the forecast. For the night, we got partly cloudy skies. We have a low 66 degrees. Winds will be light and variable as well. And for Saturday, well, that's the best day of the week for me. I like Saturdays because Saturdays is like in the middle of everything. You know, you want to gear up for Sunday. That's when you gear up for the grind, right? But Saturday is going to be plentiful sunshine. We'll have high 86 degrees. Oh, I love that. Sounds great. I'm already revved up already. Winds will be light and variable because I live in New York. That's why I'm so happy about this. For Saturday night, you're going out in the town. It's going to be clear skies, low 71 degrees, winds light and variable. And as we wrap up our weekend and get ready to go back to work on Monday, you're going to rest assured that you're going to rest Sunday, right? I hope you do. Generally sunny, despite a few afternoon clouds. We'll have a high 88 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. And so there you go. No rain in the forecast all weekend long in New York City. What about you guys elsewhere? Speaking of that, our present temperature is now 79 degrees. Did I get that right? Did I say that right? 79 degrees? Yeah, 75 degrees. I'm sorry. 75 degrees. It fluctuates, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. The temperatures are going to go higher, but there's no, we don't have to worry about a lot of humidity. That's the good thing. We don't have to worry about that too much. So that's great. So there you go. So that's where we are in our weather forecast here in New York. I'm sorry about you, Warren. I'm sorry about that. I wish I could, send some of the sunshine that I have here in New York over there where you are, but usually it's always the other way around. I always depend on the weather from the south to let me know what my weather or ballpark what's going to be like, from in New York City. I always kind of look at the south first and I say, well, it look like they're going to get a lot of sunshine. And if we're raining, then I say, okay, the sunshine is on its way. That's usually the case. Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes it is. But anyway, Warren, I hope your weather gets a little better. Plenty of rain. I don't know. You got to take the bitter with the sweet. It's good for the plants. It's good for the showers. Those of you who live in places where the humidity is really high out there, it's really hot. Want to remind you to always stay hydrated. That's the most important thing, is to hydrate yourself. Stay hydrated at all times, and if you're going to do any activities, like you're going to go to the gym or something like that, you want to do something like that, well, my advice to you is one or two things. Go early in the morning where the humidity is not high, or don't do it at all right? Or maybe late in the evening when the temperatures go down. When we had our heat wave, I didn't go to the gym for 3 weeks. So I started back to the gym this past Monday for the very first time in 3 weeks. So, kind of take it in stride, but don't do anything too strenuous. If you're out on the town and if you're out there, take plenty of water with you wherever you go. That's the most important thing. Okay? Please do that. You want to take care of yourself. All right. And of course, you can eat plenty of fruit, especially the kind of fruit that contains a lot of water in it. It tends to keep you cool too. So we're trying to do everything in our power to help everybody stay healthy and and get them back on the road, right? Okay. Welcome once again to the show. The name of the show, if you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And the Coffee Hour will be here for a whole full hour. And if you're just joining us, you missed 20%. Well, 20 minutes, that's 20% of the show, right? Okay, you missed a little bit about the show. But we hope that you don't miss it the next time around. Okay, we're going to go over to Charlotte, North Carolina. As I told you, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Camp is here. He's here each week at this time. And if you have any sports-related questions, you can get a chance to talk to him about it. It's sports, the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And Brian, you got a lot of sports news to tell us today, don't you?
Not much. Just about a couple of things, let's see how it goes, Good morning. Hope all is well with you. Is everything okay?
Everything is good here. I'm enjoying. We're going to have some great weather here in New York. Warren is out there. He told me that he has a lot of rain out there in the forecast where he is.
Yeah, he's on the other side of North Carolina from where I'm at.
Yeah.
And we almost drowned. I'm pretty sure he almost drowned too, with all this rain we had. But we're fine now, But it's still drizzling over here and cloudy. It's going to be cloudy all day.
Oh, okay.
But it's, we're still alive. I'm pretty sure he'll be okay. Good morning, Warren. Hope all is well with you and everybody out there. But it is 77 degrees going up to 84, but it's going to be a cloudy, gloomy day to start off the weekend, which is okay because I could adapt to any kind of weather. So I'm fine with that, So, but let me get to sports. The NBA, TNT, after this season, bye-bye. No more. The NBA signed its 11-year media rights to deal with Disney, NBC, and of course, Amazon Prime Video. I tell you, live streaming is now going to be the future, if not, it's here now. After saying that it was not accepting Warner Brothers Discovery's corporation, which is under TNT, or TNT is under them, a $1.8 billion per year offer to continue its long-time relationship with the league. Now, this will bring the league about $76 billion over the next 11 years. This means that this is the last season, like I said, with TNT. So say goodbye to Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. One of the best pregame and postgame shows around. But they are going to finish up. Charles Barkley said that he was thinking about retiring regardless whether they sign a new deal with them or not. So they're gone. Well, he's gone at least. But as for the show, the TNT, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to lure them over to now Prime Video. We don't know yet. But they've been on this here show for like 4 decades. It's incredible how they could just bring laughter and they could bring some tough issues too as well. But this is the end coming up, so enjoy them now. Enjoy them now. Well, the Olympics are here. The ceremony starts today. Aren't you excited? Go USA, go USA, go, go, go. You got to be excited. Let's leave all that politics stuff behind you. Who cares about the Democrats? Who cares about the Republicans? Who cares about the independents? I didn't know that they still exist. I could care less to a certain point. Sports is the best cure to get rid of these here problems in the USA. We've seen it over the years, from 9/11 to the bombing in the early 90s. So we know what we're doing. So congratulations. LeBron James will be the first NBA American basketball player to carry the American flag for the 2024 Paris Olympics. He will be joined by a tennis player named Coco Gauff, who is currently ranked number 2 in the world. So this is a wonderful thing. America, let's stand up. We need to win. Now, First Lady Jill Biden will lead the U.S. political delegation, and rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg will carry the 2024 Olympic torch. It doesn't get any better than this, but I can tell you, I'm going to be glued to watch every event that I can, especially the WNBA, the NBA. As you notice, I said the WNBA first because they are going to be more excited. I can't watch the men anymore. This is ridiculous on how they're almost getting beat by a country in the trials. Oh, they almost got beat by Sudan, who is only 13 years of independence, and they almost lost. I'd rather watch the WNBA. The women, I watch their games. They're excited. In fact, the WNBA All-Star game was even more exciting than the NBA All-Star game last week. I enjoyed myself. So,
no longer manpower anymore. It's girl power now, right?
Girl power. Listen, girl power. Even in politics, even the vice president is throwing out a hat in the. No, we're not going to talk politics. We're not going to do that. But I'm telling you, the women WNBA games are more exciting. I'm going to be watching them first. Then I'll tune into the men's. I'm going to watch Simone Biles. I'm going to watch her. I'm going to watch almost every event. Go USA, go USA, go USA, go, go. This Day in Sports, July 26, 1948, Babe Ruth premieres with his last public appearance. 1948, Leo DeRocha returns to Ebbets Field as manager of the New York Giants. 1952, Mickey Mantle hits his first Grand Slam home run. 1959, Chicago White Sox player Larry Doby plays his final Major League game, retires in 1962. 1984, Montreal Expos. Now they're called the Washington Senators, or no, not even the Senators, the Washington Nationals. Pete Rose ties high card with his 3,502nd hit as for all singles, not total hits, but singles. 1987, Jim Catfish Hunter, Billy Williams, Ray Dandridge, all inducted into Baseball Hall of Fame. 1988, Mike Schmidt sets a nationally record appearance in 2,155 games at third base. Birthdays today, 1922. Happy birthday to the late Hoyt Wilhelm, who was born in 1922, who was a Hall of Famer, who was born in Huntersville, North Carolina. That's between me and Warren, as I would say. 1975. Happy birthday, Joe Smith. NBA forward, Golden State Warriors, born in Norfolk, Virginia. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports on the first day of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's time to get nasty.
I've never seen so much enthusiasm in your sports delivery before. You were really pumped up today.
I'm a proud American. I'm a proud American in spite of what's all that BS that's going on in Washington and all that other stuff. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for, but because it's not my job to tell you who for you to vote for, but I can tell you who I'm going to vote for. Okay, I'm not going to say any names. I will say this: women WNBA.
Oh,
yes.
I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. And Warren had a scenario here, right? Olympic scenario. If you see it down there, it's talking about the Dream Team 92 versus Dream Team 60. If the pros could have played in the 1960s, here's his picks: Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, Senator Wilt Chamberlain, of course. No, that's the man that makes on 100 points a game, I think. And forward Bill Russell and Elgin Baylor.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow.
Now he's
wow.
See,
I
now,
gotta think about that one.
Now we're talking about times where if anybody that's watching young don't even know about these people, which by the way, when sports was really sports, and these were sports guys, these were like true athletes. They didn't get paid the money that they're getting paid today. But yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I didn't think about
that's 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 something you got to think about. The only thing is that we don't know who was on the bench for the 1960 All-Star team with those players that you mentioned, but we know who was on the bench for the 1992. Now, I wasn't born in 1960, but I do know about Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Oscar Robertson.
Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah,
that starting five.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Unfortunately, there's a couple of them that are no longer with us. So we just recently lost Bill Russell. Elgin Baylor is no longer with us. Wilt Chamberlain, you know, I call Wilt Chamberlain. He was number 13, but he scored 100 points a game.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, those are
yeah. That's great.
that was pretty observant, Warren. Those names that you just put out there, it's pretty observant, you know. Um,
I
but
I would have to do some research to see who else was on that 1960 team, though.
yeah,
I know that starting five. Wow, that starting five could either beat the 1992 team, because remember, in 1992, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson passed their primes. Larry Bird was playing with a bad back. Magic Johnson, as you know, had to retire with the HIV.
yeah.
But the bench, that's something. Wow, I might create some controversial stuff when I get off what I'm doing today,
Mhm.
and get on social media and compare that.
Mhm.
Wow, that was good. That was great, Warren. Wow, that is something. Yeah.
See,
Mm.
I could always depend on people coming out here giving us information that we either didn't know about or forgot about. But that's a good one. He scored big. Ring a ding ding. He scored big. Oh, by the way, Warren, your offspring is watching us on Instagram, Justin. So you could say hi.
Hey, Justin, how you doing, Justin?
Okay, but that's pretty good. Okay, now baseball is still lingering, you know, but everybody is just like you. You didn't mention baseball yet, and it's understandably so because baseball is not the topic right now.
I
Base-
don't get into baseball until August.
okay,
You
it's
know, the baseball season, 162 games, is a lot of games. So I wait till it gets serious. Then,
yeah, but a lot of people are going to be performing too. I understand Lady Gaga will be there. Celine Dion. I don't know if the Swifter is going to be there or not. They didn't mention her name. It would be great if she'd be there.
Yeah.
It would be great. But we'll have to find out. That's the good thing about it is that we're going to find out. We'll be surprised. But it's a good. And then I'm looking forward to seeing Snoop Dogg with the torch. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. That's something to see.
I
Oh,
hope I hope he won't be smoking anything that he's not supposed to.
I was gonna go there, but I said no, I'm not gonna go there. But since you went there,
Well, listen, it makes sense. I mean, he's gonna carry a torch.
yeah,
So the only thing he got to do is just light what he has in his hand
yeah,
and just light it with the torch.
that's true. You know,
It
and
could be a cigarette or a cigar.
it's true. And besides, it's no secret anyway.
It's no secret. And that's why I think about Snoop Dogg. I love, he doesn't hide nothing. He doesn't hide it.
And besides, he lives in California where it's legal. So and,
There
and
you go.
and he doesn't hide it, right? He doesn't hide it. So we all know that. So it's not something that we're not trying to smear him in anything because it's out in the open. He knows that, you know.
That's right. That's right.
But he's still the
Yep.
dog. He's still the
Yep.
dog.
Yep. That's right. He is.
You know, I remember when he first came on the scene, I didn't know really what to think about him because when he first came up, he had a little incident. He accidentally, I don't want to bring up the past, but it's known fact that he accidentally killed someone.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, accidentally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even for true, even if we know it to be true, it was an accident. You know, sometimes those things happen. But that's the
And
path.
I grew to love him. I grew to like him too.
Yeah, I grew to like him too. It took me a while, but you know, he's a personality. He's a true personality. You know,
Yep.
say, oh, I'm a personality, but he's a true personality.
That's
And
right.
I never met him, but I hear that he's a real nice guy.
Yep.
I heard Jay-Z is a real nice guy. I know
Heard
for
that too.
I know for a fact that LL Cool J is a real nice guy because I was in his company. He was a very nice guy, very
New
pleasant.
York born in Queens, yes.
Yep, yep. And so that's about it. Well, listen, that enthusiasm, you put a lot of muscle in that sports report today. That was really great. That was really great. So we're going to see what happens with the Olympics. That's going to go now. We've got how many days for that now? I lost track.
From today until the 11th of August.
Oh, okay. All right. So when we come back next week, you'll have more to talk about on that. There'll be a lot of
We'll talk about it then. Yes, absolutely.
yeah. Okay, so get your popcorn and gear, all of the things that you need for the TV, because I know you're gonna have a good time. You'll be right in front of the TV set, waiting and watching and getting ready for it all. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So everybody enjoy your weekend. Have fun. In the meantime, I'll say one more thing. Go New York, go New York, go, go, go.
New York Yankees, especially. We'll talk to you later, Brian. Take care.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you. So, go New York Yankees. Go, 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 go. You know, but they get up and go, got up and went. But I'm still behind them. I'm still hopeful. I'm the kind of person, I'm a full glass, not, how do they say it? Half full glass kind of a person. I'm a half full glass kind of a person. So I'll say, yeah, go, 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 and go USA. USA, the greatest country in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And I use my platform to say that. And I don't care who knows it. The greatest country in the world. Always have been, always will be. Today, tomorrow, and forever. And which leads me to remind you guys to get out there and vote. All right, coming up because we have 103 days. It's 103 days left. I think is it 103 days left before that big day, that glorious day, that marvelous day, that election day, and everybody has to get out there and do their part. You know, you have to earn what you're looking for, and we already know what's on the line. We know what's ahead of us. We know what we're looking for, and so it's up to you to decide what you're going to be doing. Anyway, if you're just watching us, just joining us, you saw enthusiastic Brian. That's a sports. That's a sports that's going to go down in infamy. That's a sports report that's going to go down. That's a historical sports report. I might even give you a copy of that, Brian. Okay, if you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour, and we're here. We've been here for almost over a half hour. We're here for the balance of the hour, and we're going to be here. And if you have anything that you want to talk about in sports, any questions at all, we can still talk sports and all of these great things that are happening, that are coming up, the Olympics, and I believe that's starting early. And there's a lot to look forward to because, as I mentioned a few people. We know First Lady Jill Biden is going to be there. Then, of course, for entertainment, LeBron James, of course. And for entertainment, there's a possibility that Lady Gaga will be playing. I don't think that's confirmed. I just heard that just kicked around. So I'm not sure, but it would be nice if they'd be there. Let's see. So, and then Celine Dion, of course, you know, looking for surprises. I would hope to see the Swifter out there. I would hope that she's there. That would be great if she's there. So if you can't find everything, you can't watch everything in real time, it'd be wise to DVR it, and then you can go back later and watch. But a lot of people are going to be glued to the TV sets and things like that for all of these events coming up, and they're coming up quick. All right. So that's what we have in sports. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, excuse me while I shoot up. Oh, that's great. Oh. All right. Anyway, we're going to be here until the top of the hour. We hope that the rest of you stay along with us. And we want to say hi to all of you who have just tuned in. We invite you to stay with us. And if you're going to indulge in conversation, which I hope you do, we always like talking to you that way, indulging in conversation. Give us your weather forecast. Let us know what the weather is like in your area. Except for you guys who live in New York, I already gave the weather forecast for that already. But for those of you who are, let's say, want to, talk to us, and you living in a different town, a different country, in a different city or something like that, your weather may not be the same as ours. Give us your weather forecast and let us know what it's like where you are. We really appreciate that. Again, it's the coffee hour. Thank you so much for being along with us. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee of Texas has died last Friday after a battle with cancer. The longtime Congresswoman served in the White House, served the House since 1995, and leaves a legacy of pushing for legislation related to civil rights. Jackson Lee was the lead sponsor of the June 19th National Independence Day Act, and she pushed for a Sentencing Reform Act of 2015, as well as George Floyd, that's George Floyd Law Enforcement Trust and Integrity Act. Now, she announced that in June that she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and was going on treatment. She was 74 years old. All My Children alumni Esther Tarblench has died, and she was best known for playing Jillian Andress Levy on the show from 1997 to 2001. The character she played was a Hungarian princess whose love interest and eventual husband on the show was played by Cameron Matheson. The character he played was Ryan Lavely. And by the way, she was born in South Africa, and the cause of death was unknown. She was 51 years old. Abdul Duke Ferrer, the last surviving original member of the beloved Motown group, the Four Tops, that was known for Standing in the Shadow of Love and Reach Out, I'll Be There. And he passed away. He died, and he died Monday of heart failure at his home in Detroit, Michigan, with his wife and other loved ones by his side. Motown founder Berry Gordy said in a statement that Ferrer helped embody the Tops' showmanship, class, and artistry. He was 88 years old. The same day, his father, Joe Biden, announced that he would drop out of the 2024 presidential race. Hunter Biden voluntarily dropped his lawsuit against Fox News that had alleged that the network, in conclusion of sexually graphic photos of Hunter Biden in fictionalized mock trial miniseries about him, violated revenge porn law. Twisters is taking the box office by storm. That's the movie's Twisters, taking the box office by storm, though it's not resonating quite as strongly with the international audience. The film, a standalone sequel to the 1996 disaster epic Twister, has wrapped up $27.1 million and from 76 foreign territories over the weekend. That was over last weekend, by the way, and $42 million overseas in total. Twisters have been more powerful than the domestic box office, though the ticket sales ignited to $80.5 million globally. And the movie has grossed $123.2 million at date. Birthdays: actress Sandra Bullock is 60 years old. Doesn't look a day over 17. Actor Kevin Spacey is 65 years old. Actress Helen Mirren is 79 years old. Mick Jagger, rock and roll of the Rolling Stones, and still rock and rolling at 81 years old today. R&B singer Dobie Gray would have been 84 years old. Joe Jackson of the Jackson 5, the father of all the Jacksons, would have been 96 years old. Actor James Best would have been 98 years old. Remember James Best? He played on Dukes of Hazzard. You know, he played that buffoon sidekick to Boss Hogg, right? Writer and director Blake Edwards would have been 102 years old. Actress Marjorie Lord would have been 106 years old. Jazz trumpeter Erskine Hawkins would have been 110 years old, and actress Vivian Vance from I Love Lucy, she would have been 115 years old. So there you go in entertainment. So happy birthday to all who are still with us, and for the people we acknowledge that were with us. And happy birthday to you if you're celebrating a birthday as well. And if you are celebrating a birthday in the future and you'd like to us to announce it and to acknowledge you on the air, we would love to do that. All you have to do is get in touch with us. You can get in touch with us two ways. I have an email address and a telephone number. I'll give you my email address first. Email address is Frank Allan Prod. That's Allan is Allan. That's the way to spell it, because if you spell it any other way, you won't get through. Prod is P-R-O-D, that's short for productions. Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. Telephone number is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Now, when you contact us, you can contact us, as I said, about your birthday if it's coming up, or bar mitzvah, or anything that you want to announce here. We'll do that. Also, you may want to contact us by saying that you saw the show and you can critique the show, or maybe there's something that you want to see on the show. Give us some ideas about the show. We're open ears. We always listen to everyone, especially you, because you make the show. So get in touch with us right away. Keep all of the information wherever you can get it at your own disposal, whether it's in your computer or your telephone or any other electronic device that you may have. And if you're old school, maybe even in your Rolodex. However, keep it with you wherever you go, because you may have to use it again. Okay, I'll give you that email address again, frankallanprod at AOL.com. That's frankallanprod at AOL.com. Telephone number, once again, is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Now, as you already know, I am not one, and I won't do it this weekend either, watch the news. I don't watch the news on the weekend. And I mean, I used to, but no longer, at least at this point, at this stage of the game, I don't watch the news on the weekend. During the week, I watch it. If it gets overbearing or overwhelming or anything like that, then I cut it off. But on the weekend, not at all. However, last weekend, as you already know, our president, our beloved president, Joe Biden, is not seeking the nomination for 2024. He made that announcement, and the Democratic Party had urged him to step down. But just keep in mind that he did that on his own. He made his own decision, because you can't take that from the president of the United States. He makes the decision. The only thing that you can do is suggest that he steps down. And for a while, he hung in there and he said that he's gonna ride it to the end. But it got to the point where he realized that, I think I'm gonna do this for my country. I'm gonna do this for the party. I'm gonna do this for America. So I'm gonna step down. And as he put it, I'm gonna step down and hand it over to a new generation. And that's exactly what he did. And people all over are thanking Joe Biden for his service to this country. He spent 50 years, or maybe even over 50 years, in politics. Started at the age of 29 years old, and he didn't look back. And I believe, there's still more to come with Joe Biden, even after this whole thing is finished with him. I believe he's still going to participate in some form, or do some form, or make some kind of call, or suggest something, or stay in politics for some reason. But I think that what he did was commendable. A lot of people thought that he did it for the country. Sometimes people do things selfishly. They want to do it for the country or for the party. They want to do it for their own political gain. And he did not do that. So we thank Joe Biden. I want to personally thank Joe Biden for his 4 years of service, because I thought he did a marvelous job. Some people may think otherwise, but my opinion is that I thought he did a marvelous job. I think that was kind of a great 4 years of a great breathing after the previous event that we had. But it was a great 4 years for me. And I enjoyed every moment of those 4 years. I enjoy every moment of every year that comes along, even the years that we spent, the past 4 years. I enjoyed it because I tuned out all of the negative. You always tune out all of the negative, and that's exactly what I did. And because you don't want that to consume your own particular life. But thank you, Joe Biden, for that. Now, that being said, that brings in Kamala Harris, who is the Vice President of the United States, and she's at the top of the ticket for the 2024 presidential election. It's no secret now, because when they made the announcement, funds start coming in for her. A lot of great well wishes came in for her, and she's out there now. So she at the top of the ticket. It's not official, but it will be official come, I think, August 1st, I think it is. I think the day is August 1st. It will be official. Okay, we'll have to see about that. But I believe it's official. I'm just saying it's official. It looks good for her. And if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a ride. And if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm hopeful, me as a citizen of this country and going through what the rest of you have gone through. Yes, I've gone through the same thing you guys have gone through over the years, because we're all in this together. If you're a citizen of this country, we're all one. There's nobody higher than the other. No one is above the law. Nobody's under this. We're here. We're equal. At least I like to think we are in some aspects, but we're all Americans. And I give my full support to Kamala Harris. All right. I give my full support to her. I wish her a lot of luck because we all have to decide. And it's okay to make your public announcement to however Brian says he's not going to tell you who he's going to vote for, which is his right. Some people don't mind telling you who they're going to vote for, but I do give my support to her and wish her very well and see how it comes. Now, if this happens for her, she will be the first woman president of the United States. And the way things look now, a lot of people are on the belief that this will happen because, while she's out there on the campaign trail, and she's been out there for what, 4 or 5 days already? She's been all over the place already, making thunderous speeches and talking actual issues on how she's going to conduct the country. She's actually talking issues. She's not bashing anyone. She's not calling anybody stupid or crazy as a fox or stupid as a rock or any of those names. However, she expected, just like the rest of us expected, that when she got to where she is now, people call her different names. She's been called a lot of names already, including a hired DEI. All right, we know what that's all about. And the people, it's a funny thing about it. Here's a lady that started from the bottom and worked her way up. She worked. She actually worked. She earned every position that she ever held. Every position that she ever held, she worked. She actually worked. Now, think about the people who actually call her a hired DEI. For instance, take your potential vice president, right? Trump Moore's running mate, J.D. Vance. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name. J.D. Vance. He's been in his particular position. He's been there 15 minutes, and all of a sudden he's going to come out and call these names. What's the name that he used? Higher DEI and cat women, childless or childless, childrenless or childless cat women. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? But see, this is what we're going to get. So now you're going to have to figure out who you're going to put in the White House. You're going to put an adult in the White House or a toddler. Which one are you going to do? You got to think about that. Think about that very, very carefully. So again, Congratulations, Kamala Harris. I wish you well. Wish you nothing but the best. And as I say, and as Brian say, go, go, go. Go USA. The Olympics are here. Go Olympics. The president, go Kamala. Okay, I want to tell you about those movies I have, and I have two this week that I'm going to add to your bucket list of movies watch to watch. Now, I know you're going to be busy with the Olympics, and I understand that, but I'm still going to give you these movies anyway, because you may want to take a little time to watch movies. And one of the things that we always do each week is go into the vault and find things, and I do it directly from Turner Classic Movies, right? You catch these movies, and I bring them to you for your weekend, right? But you got a weekend coming up, so and you may want to watch them. So I'm going to give you what I have for you right now. Let's go back to 1972. 1972. Here's a nice classic, say, color movie called Sounder. That's Cicely Tyson and Paul Winfield and Kevin Hooks. That comes on Turner Classic Movies. You can catch that Saturday at 12 a.m. That's Friday night, Saturday morning. So if you're up that late at night and you want to endure it, you can do it. If not, you can always DVR these movies and then check them out later at your own time convenience. Now, all of these movies and the times I'm giving you are always Eastern, so you act accordingly if you're in a different time zone. Also, we have Spartacus from 1960. Here's a classic, another color movie, Technicolor, starring Kirk Douglas, Laurence Olivier, and Gene Simmons. That's also coming on Turner Classic Movies. That's at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and that's a great movie to watch. So those are the only two movies I have for you now. You could always go on Turner Classic Movies and go to the program guide as well and look, because you may find other movies to your liking that I didn't mention. Now, it's not that I don't like them. It's only because these are my picks of the week. But I always send you there because I don't want to be selfish about it, not just watching the movies I give you, but there may be other movies. So you can check out the program guide and do that. Also, while you're there, check out all of the free movies on pay-per-view. They're chock full of movies from A to Z. You can go up and down the scale and now the numbers and the letters and watch them all. You know, you got that. Also, pay-per-view movies, if you're into that, movies that are in the theaters right now, you can watch in the comfort of your own home and pop your own popcorn and sit back and relax in your own home. Of course, you have the pay-per-view movies that were recently in the movies, but just taken out, but you can still watch those too. They cost a little less, but you can watch those too. Also, you have sporting events coming up, wrestling, you know, Lifetime movies, see what's available with that. Also, you have nice children programs and documentaries and all of those great things available to you. And people, as Brian said earlier, people are streaming and streaming and streaming. You could stream a lot. So you may have the luxury of streaming along versus cable. You may have that too, that luxury there. And so you got it all around you. So have all of that. So let me get back to these movies once again. Sounder, Cicely Tyson, Paul Winfield, and Kevin Hooks. That's Turner Classic Movies. That's Saturday at 12 midnight. That's Friday night, Saturday morning. And Spartacus with Kirk Douglas, Laurence Olivier, and Gene Simmons. That's Turner Classic Movies. That's Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you get a chance to watch all of these movies. I think they're great movies. I never lie to you about these great movies. They're all classic, and I think you'll like it if you get the time to watch them. Okay? And then again, you can always DVR them if you don't get a chance to watch it in real time. Folks, that's going to wrap it up for me. I had a good time, a great good time, but now it's time for me to leave because my weekend is officially underway. It is. And so I want to thank all of the people who've been out there. George Joseph, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Warren, thank you so much for being here. Justin, watching us on Instagram, and all of you people who've chimed in. Thank you so much, Brian, for that enthusiastic sports report. We thank you so much for that. We're going to be back here Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Talk Back Live. Brian Camp will be along with me once again with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And we hope to see you then. And then come back here next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more of the Coffee Hour, Brian Camp again, along with sports and the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And I hope to see you here soon. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend with the Olympics. Go USA, go USA, and we'll catch you soon. Take care.
You've been watching the Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Coffee Hour.